cut back just a little bit for we had a scheduled practice. Had really 2 hard days. Had a really good day today, high intensity. A little short, but real high intensity. Got a little bit of game planning in, just started it. Got the foundation, just some groundwork, but still a lot of good on good. And, good practice. The guys getting better, and you can see them getting better each practice, getting the timing and the rhythm and the throwing game and tackling and angles and things. It's a lot better. So good practice. Questions?
There are a couple noticeable guys today. We didn't see Reggie, this and that.
Reggie got the flu. He took a shot yesterday. He's home sick. He'll be fine. Who else?
And then you said, I know Izzo's back with family emergency.
Yeah,
Mavity's
got a personal. Yeah, he's got an illness. He's got an illness, a personal illness. We're not going to right now. He'll be okay, but maybe not for right now. I mean, he does set.
Lane.
Who?
Herman.
I think Herman broke his foot. He's had a stress fracture in that foot all year. We've been under the monitor, and he was running the route, just stuck in the ground. That little fifth metatarsal on the outside of that foot snapped. So he'll be out.
Lorenzo Phillips.
Knee, hurt knee. Probably have to get scoped. Just running and twisting it.
So does it kind of seem weird how Monday you were like, hey, we got all this time off, guys are getting healthy, and now it's like...
No, that's what happens every year. If you go back and research it, I'm not trying, that happens every year. That's just part of ball. A lot of them were just weird. I mean, not even getting contact.
Chris Casher's another guy that was absent.
Yeah, he's just sick. He's been down for a little bit, and he's been banged and bruised in his body and knees, bothering him with a lot of, a couple issues, so it's keeping him down for a while.
Ryan Hofeld.
Shoulder, same shoulder he's had. We'll give him some rest. He practiced the last 2 days. Just take a couple days off of it and get back. Don't beat it to death. You'll have to get some things worked on after the season.
Do seniors that have been through this so many times, do they embrace these last practices?
They do. They love them. They do. I mean, they have been so far. These guys have. I mean, there's been a lot of energy, a lot of enthusiasm. You know what I mean, in practice.
As far as, I guess, just some of the things you guys have been able to work on, how have you been pleased with how they've been able to, accept things and react to things?
A lot. I mean, we were back to fundamental. We were back to boards and half-line drills. And I mean, learning how to be technique sound, hopefully be a better football team in the bowl game we were at the end of the year. And that's kind of what we're looking at as a spring practice early. Now we'll game plan, but we still got to work on that technique. And those guys, they did the last 3. I cannot be one bit happier with the way they practiced the last couple of days.
I only had a chance to ask you this, but after Florida, now that you have time to look at the film, what were the things that stuck out to you that you liked, you didn't like, and you want to improve?
The relentlessness, just to keep competing in the game in a big-time moment, you know what I'm saying? And Florida made some plays, and we left some plays on the field. We had some opportunities to really make some plays, I thought, early, but didn't get frustrated, just kept playing and, kept just pounding away, chipping away. Defense was outstanding all day, tackled well, kept great leverage on the ball. For the quarterback, I mean, Treon kept come out a couple times, but for the most part, we kept him in the pocket and, and then tackled well in space, played the run well. Defense, we were outstanding. Special teams were outstanding. Beatty was good. Roberto was excellent all that time. So our cover teams, all those things were really good. And just proud how they competed. The offense just kept sawing away. Kept pounding, hit a few passes, and because they were good on defense, we knew it, and it was just going to take some time. And played it. It was a team win. It really was. How the defense played, and the offense we didn't turn the ball over, put the defense in bad situations. Had the safety. That was the only play, and to me, that kind of exemplified how we played in the game. I mean, that was safe. Them guys are back there scrambling for that ball and left it in as a safety instead of a touchdown. That was very critical.
Is that big for the offense, the maturity, evolution, to go to Gainesville against that defense?
Oh, I guarantee you. And a lot of patience and poise and what they did, yes, no doubt.
Jimbo, was such a stretch, of time off between the end of the season and the bowl game. How do you go from, trying to install the game plan but not pounding it too much early or just having it right?
We'll start tomorrow. We'll start on a Monday. I'll extend it a little bit Monday, and we'll get 5 good days here. Then we'll have a week up there. So I'll give them a little break in between, so we'll get right back into it. So that's what we've always done. We've had a lot of success in our bowl games and with the tempo. We like the template we have as far as the format of what we're doing.
How do you get away from not giving the players too much? I mean, during the season you only have a week, and now you have multiple weeks.
You teach so many concepts in spring and then your 2-day systems. I mean, you're installing. We put a lot in, but I say it's like a library. You have it up there, and you remember it. And it's like something, if you've read something, all of a sudden, you know 70% of it, then you go back and you say, this is going to be my test this week, then you revise it, you study it that week and all the little details come back. And that's kind of how we like to put things in, to make sure we have a large volume of what we're going to do, then we pull it off the shelf when we need it.
I think you guys were in the top 5 in the country in terms of turnovers lost. What do you attribute that to?
Focus, concentration, and we knew it was a style of play we had to play. I thought we were very good on defense, knew we'd be young on offense, knew we should be able to run the football, let the line come along and the quarterbacks evolve into what we do, and young receivers having to step up in big roles. And it was how you call the game, how you focuses, your emphasis, things on you did. I mean, each team has its own personality, and that was how we had to win football games.
Jimbo, negative recruiting, I know it happens some places more than others, or with some coaches more than others. I mean, how do you guys try to go about combating that if it ever
Tell the
comes
truth.
against you?
I mean, just listen. If people are having to talk about you, then there's something wrong with them. And that's generally what happens then. We don't ever do that. We talk about the people we have and what we have at Florida State. And if that isn't good enough, then we understand that you don't come in. And that hey, guys make choices, kids make choices. I hope they all go have great careers. That's no problem. I mean, you present your case, and if you see people listen to that, then unfortunately you do. But we're not going to get into that. And these are 18-year-old kids, and I hope they all are great careers, great futures. And it's not personal. I mean, they got to make a good choice, just like coaches do where they go. You do where you work, where you go, next job you take. It's not personal. You know what I mean? It's just what you think is a betterment for you, and that's life.
Is there a lot of that going on now?
Oh, it
was it
does.
In the past, was it more, or
Nah,
it's the same?
Still the same.
It's always out there.
There's an element of that. It's always that way.
Have you had kids come up to you and say, this person said this about you?
Oh, yeah.
You know,
Yeah, I mean, it happens all
they
the
ask
time.
you to clarify something or something.
Yeah, I mean, or is that true? Or they'll laugh after you get them. Hey, they were saying this at the time. They were saying that. I said, wow. Okay. No, I don't pay attention to it. That's life.
When do you have those conversations, like after the fact or during?
Depends. Sometimes they tell you, sometimes they don't. Just depends on the kid. I mean, if they volunteered up, I don't go digging for it. That's none of my business.
Yeah.
I'm too busy focusing on Florida State.
Aside from a win or a shot at a win, what's your favorite part of the bowl experience?
I think this right here, getting better, getting an extra spring practice, get on the field and practice. And it's not, and these ones before you go to the bowl camp, there's urgency, but it's more of a, you can relax just a hair and really teach the kids and be on the field with them. And then I think the ability to have the families there, our kids, our families, along with those players, and they all get to interact, do things together, and go, like, you're going to the museum, Martin Luther King, and learn all the history and all the things and the opportunities that are out there. The College Football Hall of Fame. There's so many in all these cities you go to. It's an educational process, and there's a lot of things you can learn out here and there that you can't learn in the classroom. Now, in the classroom, you learn things. That's all part of this experience of sports and opportunities for these guys to be exposed to things they've never been exposed to.
Jimbo, DeMarcus mentioned that he wanted to find out what the advisory committee had to say.
Yeah, all those juniors.
How many of those, or do you advise them before they do that? Or
No. I mean, they come to me and say, I want to put my name in, and hey, we'll put it in and see where it comes back, and then we'll find out information from people we have and resources we have, and give them the best information, provide it for them, and hopefully them and their families can make a great decision.
Of course, Tom Herman, big news with him yesterday was being fitted for a grill because it's a deal he made with his kids.
Okay, that's pretty cool.
I was going to ask, I mean, have you ever had anything like that where you say, hey, if we meet this mark, I'll do this or that, or not so much?
Coaches have sometimes. I mean, you'll do some. Guys may dance or give or something for dinner or get a haircut. I've seen that. I mean, I've seen all kind of crazy stuff when coaches do that like that. I mean, that's great. I mean, it's part of their, and that's that camaraderie and chemistry you get. And they've obviously had it being 12 and 1. That's awesome.
Would you ever get a grill?
I ain't getting no.
We good?
I may do something. I ain't getting no grill.
Bob, you got one?
We'll have to come up with another solution.
Today was the first day of the signing period. Do you have any NLIs in-house?
Not that I'm aware of right yet in there that I can comment on before we come out. I'll check with you.
All right, we good?
I believe we will, but we'll see.